Welcome back. In Hong Kong, there's a new treatment that you could say would leave you a little tongue-tied. Tongue acupuncture. The doctor who created the technique is using it to treat a range of conditions from autism to blindness. Now, clinical trials are being carried out to give scientific backing to his work, and his therapy may help children with cerebral palsy.
Imagine having needles stuck into your tongue. Ouch. Well, that's what this man is just about to do. It hardly seems to bother him, even though he drives it right into this sensitive organ. It's an unusual way to pass the time, but this is how Dr. Sun Jie Guang spends most of his days, doing tongue acupuncture, although usually on patients. The parents of 4-year-old Osman Chan have brought him from Canada to see Dr. Sun. They hope tongue acupuncture will help their child. He has cerebral palsy and is unable to control several of the muscles in his body.
I think Dr. Sun can help him, for example, for walking, to control his hands, and also for talking, and also for eating.
In conventional acupuncture, needles are used to stimulate pressure points on various parts of the body. It's believed that the needles stimulate the nerve endings under the skin. Dr. Sun's technique is based on the same principle, but the pressure points are all found on the surface of and beneath the tongue. Although he was trained in Western medicine, he set out to explore a basic precept laid out in ancient Chinese medical texts, that the tongue is central to our health. It's a hub for the body's nerve networks. Each acupuncture point corresponds with a specific part of the brain or body.
It is stated in most ancient texts that the tongue is connected with all our organs and nerves. It means there are points and zones on our tongue which reflect all parts of our body. So I started practicing acupuncture on tongues.
The very first tongue he tried it on, his own. Later he started to treat patients, and then spent the next 2 decades drawing up a unique map of acupoints on the tongue. A range of clinical trials is now being carried out in conjunction with Hong Kong University's Department of Pediatrics under the auspices of Professor Virginia Wong. Researchers gave one group of children a placebo treatment, pinpricking areas of the tongue that have no pressure points. They then compared those results with a group of children undergoing the real tongue acupuncture treatment.
And then we found that in the treatment group they're more independent, they're better, they walk better, and they stand better, the balance is better, and they're, according to the sort of analysis, they initiated all these gross motor function better than the sham acupuncture group.
Tongue acupuncture has dramatically improved 6-year-old Ryan Chang's ability to function. He suffers from delayed development. The symptoms of his disability are similar to those of cerebral palsy. According to his mother, Irene, Ryan can ride his bicycle with an ease he never displayed before.
To me, it seems that he is getting much improvement with his physical development. That's what I find the tongue acupuncture helps him with all the coordination of the whole body.
In Hong Kong's high-rise homes, some things never change, like drilling in the apartment above. But as the Chang family sit through a noisy lunch, there's one thing that has changed at mealtime in this household. Ryan can now use his own chopsticks, and his speech has improved.
There's a significant change that I recognize when we, after around 10 sections of tongue acupuncture, we suddenly find him start his speech. More words jumping out from his mouth. Before the tongue acupuncture, we cannot see that.
The changes visible on the surface can also be seen inside the brain. This cerebral palsy patient is undergoing a positron emission tomography scan, or PET scan. It's a form of nuclear scanning used by researchers to monitor the effects of tongue acupuncture.
So by looking at the metabolism, if you see a change, like in here, it becomes more metabolic active, then it suggests that the function is now improving.
That higher metabolism or faster glucose uptake in the brain is represented in red. This is the brain of a cerebral palsy patient after tongue acupuncture. It's very different from how it looked before. Here there's no red. It means that the brain was 20% less active prior to the tongue treatment. These and similar results seen in other tongue acupuncture patients are being compared with the results of the clinical trial.
Increase in glucose metabolism, does it mean that this is direct correlation with the improvement in symptoms in cerebral palsy or autism? Nobody knows. But that's why I try to use the PET scan data in correlation with clinical data, and then I say that is evidence.
A correlation has also been found with before and after images of cerebral palsy patients showing blood supply to the brain. This scan shows normal brain activity for movement of the left hand. This shows the right hand for a cerebral palsy patient before tongue acupuncture. There's virtually no activity. Yet after treatment, the part of the brain that controls the right hand reactivates. There seems to be no limit to what Dr. Sun is prepared to try. Now he and his son, with whom he developed the technique, are exploring electroacupuncture on the tongue. Yes, that means a mild electric shock on the wet area. After 2 months of treatment, Osman's family have seen some improvement in his muscle strength. Their journey halfway round the world has been a trip well worth making.